Hey guys, Slapduck here and welcome back to World of Tanks, and in this video guys I'll be showing you some T34 gameplay. Now before we get into this video guys, I want to give Twisted Metal a huge thank you for giving me this tank. He's the leader of my clan, Defiant, and if you're interested in joining, the link is in the description below to the website. Now let's get into this video guys. So the T34 is the tier 8 American premium heavy tank, and it is arguably one of the best credit makers in the game besides the IS-6. Now the armor on this tank is not very good, but it may look identical to the T29, the T30, and I should say they're sort of brothers, so it has two identical brothers, and that have the exact same armor profiles except for the turret. So as you can see, the T29 looks almost exactly alike to the T34 and as well as the T30. So they all have the same chassis but different turrets and guns. So basically these have all the same play styles. Not exact, but I should say you definitely have an idea of what you're doing if you're a T29 player in the T34. So I love the T29. As a fan of myself of the T29, I definitely do love the T34, and I definitely picked it up quick since I have played the T29 before. So I assume that's the same way for the T30. These tanks are almost identical. So basically, if you're good in the T29, then you're good in the rest of the other two brothers. Not like, you know, not extremely good, but you definitely have an idea, as I said, of what you're doing. So I've heard this tank gets over 10 degrees of gun depression, which is absolutely insane for a 120mm tier 9 gun. Its penetration is off the hooks, ranging from 248 to 297mm, so that is way overkill for its tier. I'm not sure its premium rounds, I'll have to check that later, but its rate of fire is 4 rounds a minute, which is I'd say still pretty good, but doesn't compare to the T110E5 or the M103. So the aiming time is very long, as you can see right there, 3.4 seconds, very long indeed. But it doesn't matter because the average damage is 400 on this tank, so you can pretty much just smash through these poor tier 8 tanks. So you can pretty much, I should say, pen the front of any tier 8 in the game. So that just gives you an example of, you know, the credit making on this tank. You can pretty much land every shot where you want to. So for instance, this T28 on the enemy team, I can smash straight through his hull without even using APCR. So the penetration on this tank is way overkill for its tier, but you know, I'm not complaining. So that's what makes this tank so good at getting credits, is the gun. You can do so much, you can dish out so much damage and make that the credits that you need, unlike the IS-6 where you have trouble with the gun, but you don't have trouble surviving, as the armor is very good. But I should say getting the damage done is more important than blocking for your team, unless you're just out there simply to get a good win ratio in your IS-6. But this gets the damage done, it gets you XP and credits. So as you can see, that is our second fire of the game to that poor T43, and we did bounce. That was a very lucky shot. You will have very lucky bounces on tier 7s and tier 8s, but pretty much on tier 6s your armor is very well, I should say, but you'd have to get a miracle bounce to bounce a tier 8. So yeah, the armor is definitely not reliable, and you shouldn't rely on the armor, as I said before. So I've loaded APCR right here for the T28, but it is not necessary. This is, I think it's my third game in the T28. As you can see, I'm just starting to pick it up. I do not know the gun characteristics. And that's our third fire of the game. So we smashed straight through that T28's hull. Thought we picked up the kill, but we didn't. The T43 on our team took it, so good for him. So as you can see, we made a massive profit from this tank, over 1,000 base experience and 120,000 credits, but in the end we made 105,000 credit profit. So if you can get 10 games in a row like this, you'll end up with 1,000,000 credits in less than 10 games. So that just shows you how many credits this tank can make. So now you're in this replay, guys, you're going to see one of the amazing abilities that the T34 has. 10 degrees of gun depression, and that is absolutely insane for 120mm. and you're just able to pop over those ridge lines and only exposing your very strong turret and hiding your very, very thin frontal armor. So yeah, that is one of the best things about the T34. So we're on dead rail, a little bit of flying action there, a little bit of lag. That is okay because we will be receiving none throughout the entire replay. So that's always nice. So now we're moving over to a popular location that mediums love to spot before the heavies get into position. And I'm hopefully going to prevent that here right now. But it looks as though no mediums are looking to spot. But as you can see, we are able to just move over this ridgeline and be able to kill anybody who is trying to travel over to the looks as though their right flank. So now I see that all the enemies are over there. So now we're gonna move over here, and I am shocked that I can pop over this ridgeline and take out or shoot the ST1. I'm absolutely just flabbergasted that I can do that. That is when I first found out the 10 degrees of gun compression. After this game, I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, how many? Oh my gosh. And I was just shocked that this tank has this much gun depression, because, I mean, look at this. I've never been able, in any tank, I could probably not do this. Every single tank I've owned probably wasn't able to do this. But with the T34, I can inflict massive damage upon these guys on the side, as well as keeping, you know, my strong armor and managing to keep my hit points. So as you can see, this is the perfect way to go about using your T34, as well as the T30 and the T29. This is the exact play style that you want in all of your American tanks, using that strong turret armor to your advantage. In the T125, I might not be able to do this as it has that weak machine gun port, but you just got to keep moving if you're in T125. So Sim 103 looks pretty mad at me, so he's very greedy and pretty much kills himself for doing this. We fire a hair too low, only managing to track him, but he's used his repair kit, and he's paid with it for pretty much all of his hit points there. IS-3 looks like he's done with this battle, so he goes to kill himself. I believe that's a stock IS-3. And we take him out of the game. So as you can see, we made a huge impact on this game, taking out and distracting probably all of the enemy tanks, putting some pressure on them. So this T-43, don't know what he's doing. We put a shot into his tracks, massive alpha damage, and they're both dead. So that was pretty much the battle. That was pretty much the gameplay. I'm hopefully going to do a review on this tank in later time, but yeah, that is the T34 for you guys. Always want to go hull down in this tank, is an absolute beast machine. But that pretty much concludes the end of this gameplay video. So I hopefully you guys have enjoyed this T34 gameplay. Now, again, huge massive shout out to Twisted Metal 1 for giving me this tank. This video would have not been possible without you. So thank you, Twisted, and we're approaching 900 subscribers, guys, so thank you very much for that. I hopefully will do a video maybe thanking you guys for 1,000 subscribers, but that will be my next thank you video. So as always, guys, again, thank you so much for watching and supporting my videos. I couldn't have done it without you guys, so thank you again. But as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.